For a good used car or truck, check first with Gunnison Implement Used Cars in Gunnison. They have cars on the lot, and if you don't find the vehicle you're looking for, then let Robert or Kim know and they will find it for you. They have low overhead and a complete service department, so you can purchase that previously owned vehicle at a low price and with confidence. So remember, Gunnison Implement Used Cars when you need a car or truck.
Providing full title service in the area for over 60 years now. D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield has been serving the area since 1946. Merrill Ogden and his qualified staff can handle all document preparation, title searches, and title insurance. When your financial transactions require title work, request D-Land Title of Manti or Richfield. With over 60 years of service, call or visit D-Land Title for a no-obligation consultation on your title work. That's D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield.
Gunnison Market, your hometown grocer in Gunnison, appreciates your business and invite you in to discover for yourself why people drive all over just to shop at Gunnison Market. You'll find outstanding savings in every department: meat, produce, bakery, deli, video, fabric, and floral departments. And stop by for the deli's delicious Chester fried chicken for lunch or dinner and Terrell's Country Bakery frozen scone dough. Remember, for good old-fashioned friendly service, it's well worth the drive to Gunnison Market, 520 South Main Street in Gunnison.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
KMTI! Larry Masco with you on the pregame show here, presented by Snow College. Upcoming Gunnison and Manti basketball. Let's take a quick look here at some of the individual statistics. The Gunnison Bulldogs led in scoring by Kaz Mogul, averaging 16.5 a ball game. Drake Reynolds just under 12 points a ball game, and Tyson Mosman just under 11 points a ball game. And Mason Powell at 8 a ball game. Joey Carlisle at about 5.5 a ball game for the Gunnison Bulldogs. For the Manti Templars, one player in double figures, and that is Trevor Alder at 12.5 points a ball game. Jared Sheese is at just under 10 points a ball game in scoring. Dane Nordmark at about 8 points a ball game. Braden King at 5.5. Seth Jenkins at 5 points a ball game. Seth Jenkins will be the leading man on the floor tonight in assists amongst either one of the teams, as he averages nearly 4 assists a ball game, leading the Templars in that category. And in the rebounding department, leading rebounder for the Templars is Jared Sheese at 51 points a ball game. And leading rebounder Mason Powell, that's his specialty for the Gunnison Bulldogs, as he has that rebounding total of 76. He averages almost 6 rebounds a ball game. And so that's a look at that on our Snow College pregame. Other games on tap tonight. Got Richfield playing at North Sanpete, Delta's at Enterprise, and Millard playing at Kanab. North Summit at South Summit in league play. Summit Academy at American Leadership tonight, also in a league matchup. We'll come back with our tip-off. We'll be back with that in about 2 minutes here on our Snow College pregame show.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
Colder temperatures outside means insects are looking for someplace warm to live, like your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge from freezing conditions outside in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, or anywhere else in the house. To protect your home or business, call Ecolife for a professional pest control barrier. Ecolife can apply a smell-free, safe for the environment product that they guarantee will make you bug-free. Call Ecolife at 283-6002.
Trailer World in Gunnison is in the middle of the pre-RV show sale with over 20 brand new 2014 travel trailers to choose from. Hey, spring is only a couple of months away, so come on down and beat the crowds. Stop on in for the best selection of 2014 travel trailers in South Central Utah. And the pricing is unbelievable, the deals unbeatable, and the financing amazing. It's all right here at Trailer World in the Freedom Ford Complex in Gunnison.
You know they have fabulous pizza, but did you know that Roy's Pizza and Pasta in Ephraim also has Italian sub sandwiches and personalized calzones? They have a family pasta deal for just $25, and of course their famous cheese bread and breadsticks, not to mention ice cream and a candy bar. You can imprint a smile on your child for even $1 with a bag of hand-picked candy. Have you visited Roy's Pizza and Pasta lately? The door's open on Main Street in Ephraim. Go ahead, go on in.
Hermanson's Mill in Gunnison has winter livestock supplies, including a full line of tub licks for your cattle, and also crystal licks, caramel licks, and now smart licks. Hermanson's Mill also carries salt blocks and protein blocks for your horses, sheep, and cattle. And if you're tired of breaking ice every day for your animals, check this. Hermanson's has heated electric bases for poultry waterers, floating and sinking tank de-icers, and heat lamps, plus heated pet bowls for the dog or cat. And now is the time to take advantage of their winter sale on Baylor twine and phosphate fertilizer. That's Hermanson's Mill, 204 South, 100 East in Gunnison.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader, KMTI.
Manti Templars and Gunnison Bulldogs squaring off tonight. Larry Maskell with you. JV score. It was Manti 57, Gunnison 35, 57-35. The Manti Templars winners in that JV ball game. Coming up on our post game, we'll name for the Manti Templars, our Roy's Pizza and Pasta player of the game. You'll get an 8-inch 2-topping pizza and a drink. Roy's Pizza, family pasta meal deal that you can enjoy for just $25. Our pregame has been presented by Snow College. As we set to tip it off here, Manti Templars, the home team in the white uniform tonight. And the Gunnison Bulldogs will be in that gray with the blue trim as the visiting team for tonight's matchup. A couple of veteran officials coming out of the Wasatch Front to officiate tonight's ball game here. And it'll be Howe, Allred, Sheese, Alder, and Jenkins to start for the Manti Templars. For the Gunnison Bulldogs, they'll go with Powell, Carlisle, Mogul, Mosman, and the starting lineup tonight, also Jacob Hatch for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Jumping center will be Alder against Mason Powell, and the tip quickly into the air, and it's taken by Gunnison Bulldogs. They'll be at the basket to our left in this first half of play, and Manti will be at the basket to our right. The Templars, very commonly their base defense is a 2-3, and that's exactly what they open up with here against the Bulldogs in that 2-3. Pass comes wing left side, out top. Mogul, leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Surveying things. He makes the lob down low, throws it away too high to Carlisle. Turnover on the Bulldogs. So it'll be Manti to work it up. Jenkins will be at the point guard. Allred the off guard. Alder in the wing. Howe and Sheese at the post play. Alder dumps down low to Howe. Howe turns baseline, puts it up. And then the loose ball back down to Sheese. That one rims off. It didn't follow his shot, and then the ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bulldogs. So the Templars got the inside look that they wanted. Couldn't drop it in, and we are still at 0-0. Just underway here in the first quarter of play. Carlisle crosses over far side, Mogul. Mogul back in the angle near us to Mosman. Right side, Hatch. Out top, Mogul. Playing at the point right now to Hatch. Angle left. Mosman down to the baseline. Powell head fake. He'll come out top. Mogul. He can shoot it from anywhere on the floor. Skips in. No contact. Nothing. He'll get it out in the angle left. Mosman. High shot. No good. The rebound. They fight for it. Step out of bounds. Gunnison Hatch had it, but stepped out of bounds. It'll be in for the Manti Templars. Hatch will put on a little token pressure here. And they'll get it to Allred, who will get it into the hands of Jenkins. He's the setup guard for the Templars. If he's joined us again, that pass along that JV score for you. 57-35 Manti won, and that when you'll see some of those JV players for both teams probably in this varsity game tonight. Allred in the angle, out top Jenkins. Far side Alder. Templars drives baseline, some bump on the contact. That's off, no good. The rebound, Sheese. He's fouled on the putback. Sheese will go to the line to shoot two. For the Manti Templars here in the early going. Coming up on our halftime show, it'll be presented by Southern Utah University. From a new freshman to a graduate student. So she's at the free throw line in a scoreless game at the 6:27 mark and hits the first free throw. Templars an improved team. They started league play. They just kind of changed the gears, switched into an upper gear, and they've responded well. 2-0 early lead for the Templars on the made free throws. Some pressure in backcourt. Working across will be Mosman across midcourt. Blows by, goes to the right-hand side. Hatch a long three. Way long, but the rebound Carlisle reverses, comes outside with it to Mosman. Now to Mogul. Mogul against the zone. Right side, Hatch. Mogul, high post to Powell. He can go high, low, dribbles in, puts up the shot, fouled. And Mason Powell will go to the free throw line to shoot here for the Bulldogs. Coming up, our Gunnison Market player of the game on the post game. Stop by the deli for lunch, get a burrito or chicken tenders, corn dog, or pizza pocket with potato logs and a 32-ounce drink at Gunnison Market. Player of the game will get the free deli lunch special. Free throw good by Mason Powell. And our Manti Templar player of the game will get the 8-inch 2-topping pizza and a drink from Roy's Pizza and Pasta. Second free throw no good. The rebound Howe. Outlet now to Alder. Looks up the court. Nothing there. So Manti against some half-court pressure put on by Powell. Jenkins comes across now to Allred. Allred double teamed at side court. It'll be white ball off from the leg of Mason Powell. So they double teamed when the pass came out in the corner. So Gunnison extending the defense to a half-court trap. So I think the Templars now will bring Alder out a little bit, and he is shadowed heavily by Hatch in the man-on-man defense. Jenkins in a step and then backs away. Comes down in the corner to Allred. Down low to Howe. Howe turns, splits it off the glass. He's got two. Templars looking inside for the power. And they've got it at 4-1. Now quickly, here's on the attack, Mogul. 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Manti 4, Gunnison 1. Far side pass, Hatch jumps out top again against that zone. Sure, Gunnison's scouted this a lot. It's been Templars' trademark defense most of the season. They'll throw some change-ups in there, but this is the main defense that they use. Angle left, Mosman three-pointer. Dips in and out. Rebound, Mason Powell, but it comes down to the hands of Alder. He goes to Jenkins. Jenkins driving the left-hand side, goes up with the left hand. He's fouled. And Seth Jenkins will go to the charity stripe to shoot two here in the early going of this. 5:03 remaining. Game presented in part by D-Land Title, Gunnison Market, Centricom Channel 10, and Zions Bank of Manti. Free throw Jenkins is good. So he'll plant for the second one here in this first quarter of play. And he's got that one too. Manti up by 5 in the early going here at 6-1. Gunnison yet without a field goal. Angle left, Mosman down on the baseline to get it inside to Powell. Dumps it outside Mogul. Mogul three-point shot, drains it on the straightaway. That can happen that quickly with good ball movement especially. They sagged the defense and then got it to Mogul at the top for the three. Jenkins against a man-on-man defense goes to the angle left to Allred, back to Jenkins. Alder cuts through. Hatch who started tonight playing defense on Alder, and he is really with him all the way. He doesn't even really look for help defense. His whole job is to shadow. And here's they call this a kick of the ball. I thought it was above the knee, but they call this a kick of the ball by Gunnison. So inbounds for Manti. So inbounds for the Templars. Jenkins will be the one to toss in. Gets it out in the corner to Alder. Alder one step in, comes down low to Sheese. Sheese backs in, turns around. Turnaround, hook shot, good for two by Sheese. So the Templars 8-4 Manti. 4:15 remaining, midpoint of the first quarter of play. Hatch far angle out top, Mosman. Near side. Now back out top, Mogul. Mosman. Templars take that 2-3 and they'll shuffle it over to take care of the angle. So they really work out top, two defending on the three. That's why Gunnison's got to get some interior action, and Powell turns around and he'll dump it back out in the angle. Little drive by Hatch to the baseline, pinned in there, gets it to Powell. He's got to drive in, he's got it off the glass for two. When the Bulldogs can get it broken down within 15 feet of the basket, then they're able to capitalize and get to the glass with it. Alder goes by on the baseline against Hatch, dips it up, backhanded shot, no good. Rebound, Sheese turns around, puts it up. He's got two again, and Sheese for the Templars working hard inside. 10-6 Favor of Manti at the 3:19 mark. Mogul drives right-hand side. Hatch on the dribble around, rotation to the top to Mosman. Mosman looks high to high post. They'll kick it in there, turn around, drive in, shot up. No good. The rebound, Howe. They'll work up now with Jenkins. Baseline, all red. Shot no good. The rebound, Bulldogs. Cleared out by Carlisle. Mogul will push. He's going to run to the alley left-hand side. Shoulder up, and he's got it for two. Kept the shoulder up on the drive to the hoop and went baseline to baseline with it. 10-8. 2-point difference here at 2:35 in the first period. A zone defense now by the Gunnison Bulldogs. All red in the angle. Jenkins recognizing it. They'll work down in the low post to Sheese. Reverse. Put it up off the glass. And another two for Sheese. 12-8. Manti by 4. They get it inside to Sheese. He's been unstoppable so far. And they tried to double team him. He's just so strong and broad-shouldered. Long three out top Mogul. That's going to be air ball out of bounds. That's kind of a forced shot in that Gunnison offense. Substitutions. Manti goes Nordmark in. Lott, a sophomore, checks in. Jenkins out for a little break. And he'll be back in. And Sheese remains in. So the Templars are going to go with Nordmark in and Howe out right now. Into the ball game is Tristan Anderson for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Said there'd be some JV players. We've got two of them in now. Sheese. Lott, angle left, three-pointer, dips in and out. The rebound. Last touch by Manti. Out of bounds, it'll be Gunnison ball. 12-8, Manti lead. 1:46 remaining. Nordmark, who's had that injured shoulder, so missed some of the season, as he did in football as well. Gunnison down. Here's a steal by Sheese. Big guy coming from down low. Reverses, comes, hangs in the air, and lays it for two. Boy, football scouts are going to love that one by Sheese. Showed his athleticism. 14-8. Got some football tables or offers on the table that he can consider. High post, Carlisle. Out in the angle, Christensen. Now top Mogul, right side, Hatch. High post, Carlisle turns around, dips it back out. Mogul's open for the three. Partway in, dipped out. We've got contact inside. And a pushing foul. It'll be on Sheese, and that'll be his second for the Manti Templars. He'll be replaced by Braden King. Mosman will get back in. Christensen out for the Bulldogs to get a little rest break here. 14-8, Manti with the lead at the 1:10 mark. First quarter, but they've lost Sheese, who's been their powerhouse offensively with his second foul. Pass corner Mogul, out top to Hatch. Mosman, high post Carlisle, doubled out there. Out top to Hatch. Now Mogul, who's playing the wing, he's going to switch with Hatch now so that he can be the threat out top straight away. Baseline Powell. Out top Mogul. Angle left, Mosman, three-pointer, good. High arch, and he strings the music. 14-11. With 40 seconds remaining in the first period. Lott, the sophomore guard, to work up. Goes now to Allred. Allred trying to close the gap so that he can go to Nordmark. Inside, Nordmark pushed on the backside. He gets the turnaround hook shot anyway. He's a big, strong boy, and that didn't bother him at all. So 21 seconds remaining. Powell. Mosman near side. Top Mogul. Far side, Hatch. Hatch with some pressure on him by Allred. Now comes out top to Powell. Angle left. Carlisle down in the low block. Carlisle through, and Nordmark. He had a good fake. He got Nordmark came down on the top of him. They both hit the floor pretty hard, and this will put at the free throw line. Joey Carlisle. Nice fake to be inbounds here for the Bulldogs. They say he was not in the process of shooting. I think that's where he was headed. He just, with the fake, there was no chance to follow through on it. And inbounds, locked in the air by Nordmark, and they'll call that foul on Nordmark of the Templars with 3 seconds remaining. Howe will come back in here for Manti, closing seconds of the first period of play.
Shoot 2 shots.
At the free throw line is Mason Powell, and that one's good. Both teams right on their league scoring pace so far. There's no holding this one down in the 40s. So Powell to get his second one, try to get it to within 3. 16-13. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. Manti 16, Gunnison 13. Back with the second quarter of action in 1 minute.
How's your new HD TV?
Well, it's not as good as at the store. The guy said I just had to plug it in and I would have awesome HD quality.
Do you have HD channels?
I don't know. I thought I just needed an HD TV.
Don't worry, Manti Telco has an HD package for $9.95 a month.
Seriously? Sweet.
And if you bring in your TV receipt dated between November 1st and December 31st, you can get it free for a month. Call them at 835-2929.
HD from MTCC. Get it, watch it, love it. Not available in all areas. Some restrictions apply.
Visit the new copy station at 558 South Main in Gunnison for a variety of services, including color copies, scrapbooking supplies, photo prints, wire binding, 27-inch lamination, blueprint copies, vinyl lettering, booklet making, and they have Kodak picture makers as well as Pebbles albums and page kits. Visit the copy station at 558 South Main in Gunnison, open weekdays 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. And for sound advice on insurance choices, call Donaldson Insurance in Gunnison, toll-free 800-978-2121.
Your home for high school sports.
Well, it only took 15 minutes to get that first quarter underway, and 16-13 as we go into the second quarter. Manti leading it by 3. Sheese, who's in foul trouble now with 2, had 8 points in his stretch. So we had half of the Manti scoring, but with his foul complications, they'll take the floor with Howe and King, Alder, Lott, the sophomore, and Jenkins. So King will play up on the front line spot. They'll have to rely on him for some rebounding help at this point. Templars' early offense was basically get it to Sheese, then go to work. They don't have that option now. Jenkins at the top, right side, Lott. Post to King. We've got a whistle away from play here. Lane violation. 3-second count on the Templars. So a turnover at the 7:41 mark. Tie for Gunnison to take the chance for Gunnison to take a tie here on a 3-point shot. Mosman across the way to Mogul. Manti stays in the 2-3 zone, very active out front. Lott, the sophomore, a lot of spunk at the top of that. Far side to Hatch, closing down on him, Jenkins. Out top, they swing left, the Bulldogs. Cross pass, far court. Hatch, and he'll come back out top. They'll come left again, Mosman. Mosman and Mogul, both good 3-point shooters. Hatch in a step, passes down in the corner. Carlisle will have to get it back outside again. Out top, Mogul in a step. Carlisle near angle. They'll just pass against that zone, try to lull you to sleep. Powell on the high post, kicks out to Hatch in the angle. Hatch with a baseline drive. And we've got a whistle. He stepped on the end line. Mogul did, turned it over for the Bulldogs. So it's kind of when you get into this zone and against that passing offense of the Bulldogs, just to see who will commit the first error. Well, in that time, Bulldogs tried to work low, make a baseline move, and then had to step out on the baseline. So the turnover, trade of turnovers here in the early going of the second quarter. Lott outside waiting for the post players to cut through. A lot of contact inside. They'll get whistles on that eventually. Alder in the paint. Goes up and no foul. And ball taken down by the Bulldogs. Mogul pushes up. Straight away to Hatch. 3-point shot from the side of his ear and no good. And a rebound to King. So Lott. Lott is pushing for the Templars. Looking for someone to go to. Works in the middle and tried to go to Howe. Pass was just a little too hard and they turned it over. That's the right idea. Wrong execution. So again, trading the turnovers and kind of a stalemate right now at 16-13. Gunnison down by 3. He has the ball. Powell comes out to the top. A little different look with it now. They'll try to break it down. That's now they give it a half. Osman at the top. High around by Howe. He has to dump it out in the angle. Down on the baseline. They try to screen off there. A double team on it. Out to Osman to Hatch. High post. And defended there by Powell. In trouble, gets it outside now. Mosman dribbles right-hand side, comes in the corner right. Carlisle, baseline jumper, no good. The rebound, we've got a rebound now that's going to go on Hatch. Last year, you wouldn't have called those kind. This year with a little heavier emphasis. We've been blowing the whistle on those. Wright checks into the ball game. Alder out here at the 5:37 mark. in a scoreless second quarter so far. Still carrying the first quarter score into the second period of play. Jenkins goes to Lott and Wright, who's a three-point shooter down in the corner. Dumps down low to Howe. Howe trying to go to the floor and pick it up. And it will be Lott to get it in backcourt. Backcourt violation on the Templars. So inbounds for the Bulldogs after that turnover.
Number 22, Tristan.
Two sophomores on the court here for the Templars, part of that JV team. That won tonight by 22 points. So in some ways, this Templars unit's got some youth on it. Here's a steal by Jenkins on the pass by the Bulldogs. He'll shade to the alley left, then to accelerate. Come down to the baseline. Needs somebody to come out. Wright does. Wright puts up the shot. No good. And the ball last touched. It'll go to the Bulldogs. King couldn't secure it and then didn't chase it after he let it get out of his hand there. So it goes harmlessly out of bounds, and it will be Gunnison ball. Well, turnovers, TOs in the stat book right now, a lot of them in his second quarter of play. Screen set out high against the zone. Hatch, Mogul. Angle left to Anderson, Tristan Anderson in the ball game. Anderson getting a lot more minutes to get it down low to Carlisle. Carlisle fouled by Howe on the reach in. Without Frank Reynolds to be on the floor, Anderson's going to get more minutes tonight for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Mosman gets right back in here after a little break. 4:41 remaining here in the second quarter. Manti 16, Gunnison 13. In the corner, Mogul, three-point shot, and he drains it to tie the game up. Inbounds play, nice setup, and first tie of the ball game. That's four coming at the 4:40 mark, first period. Jenkins used up the dribble, needs somebody to come retrieve. Right in the corner. Comes to the high post to Howe. Howe comes right, spins in off the glass. Two for Howe for the Templars. They take the lead right back. Did the reverse pivot off the dribble in the paint. Top Mogul. Right-hand side, Hatch. High post foul, out Mogul. Mogul's got a chance for a three. That one's off the iron, no good. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Manti ball. But the Templars are going to be lectured at right there. They've got to close out more on that. And that's what I think right now Jenkins is talking to all there. We got to close out at the top. When I'm shifted over, somebody's got to come out and get that straightaway shooter. A little bit of pressure put on by Gunnison at half court. All red, far angle now out to Jenkins at the top. Post play, it's King and Howe for the Templars right now. Jenkins back to all red. Patient passing game right now. Jenkins top right. All red, far angle. Down to Howe on the baseline. It's on the baseline drive, hangs in the air, puts up the shot. No backside rebound help, and so I don't know where King got boxed out somewhere or something. That would have been a slot to slide down that backside. Gunnison with the ball, down by two. They'll try to give and go. That's not there, so Powell get the pass outside and then break it to the top to Mogul. Mogul in the paint and a lot of contact. They get it inside to Carlisle for the two for the Bulldogs. So Mogul broke it down, made the pass, got the handle was open down low for the two. Templars resetting the offense here against the 1-3-1 zone, I believe what they got. They try to go inside force pass against the zone. You got to be more active if you're going to get some movement against that. Mogul top right-hand side to Hatch. Times for Gunnison to take the lead. And the Mosman shot on the way, and he's got it. So a 5-point run, and Gunnison takes the lead at 21-18 here at the 2:35 mark. On the baseline, they get it down low to Howe. Too hard. He put that up kind of two-handed. Nice pass from Wright. Attacked by Mosman. He'll get it down in the corner. And they'll cross over to the far side to Hatch. Ball tipped into the air and then retrieved though by Mason Powell. Wright had almost made a steal. 2:09 remaining. 21-18 Gunnison the lead. They go high post to Mogul. He's fouled by Howe. Bumped into him from the backside. Templars trying to get through this quarter without Sheese being in there. Alder will come back into the ball game for the Manti Templars. Howe comes out with his second foul, so the Templars were going to have to go small here. Really won't have. They'll got their post players now with 2 fouls. Timeout on the court with 2 minutes remaining. 21-18. Gunnison by 3. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Don't take the risk of inadequate car service. For the very best in maintenance and repairs, take your vehicle to Big G Automotive in Manti. For everything from general service and care, heating and cooling service, and even transmission problems, the best place is Big G Automotive. They also have fast, reliable towing service for when you're in a jam. And don't forget that Big G Automotive is your local dealer for coast-to-coast carports. Visit Big G Automotive at 204 North Main in Manti.
Serving the Gunnison Valley for over 100 years. The Gunnison Telephone Company has seen amazing changes in the telephone business over the past century, from the crane telephone of the past to convenient cordless phones, call waiting, call forwarding, and lightning-fast internet service. The Gunnison Telephone Company continues to serve the telephone and internet needs of the communities in the beautiful Gunnison Valley.
Complete coverage of local high school sports on
2:05 remaining in the second quarter. Manti Gunnison basketball, 21-18. Gunnison with the lead. And they've outscored the Templars 8-2 in this quarter. They came in to the quarter down by 3. Templars with only 1 field goal in this lower scoring quarter. Inbounds for the Bulldogs underneath their basket. Mosman out top, Hatch, top of the key. Mogul in the angle. Wright and Jenkins at the top of the 2-3 zone. All red, Alder, King. Down at the bottom of it. High post, Powell kicks out Hatch. Hatch three-pointer. Hits it. Bulldogs with 3 3-pointers in the quarter. Attacking over the top of the zone and lead it by 6 at 24-18. Jenkins in the far angle. Down in the corner. They kick it off now to Allred. Allred 18-footer angle right, no good. The rebound taken down by the Bulldogs. Mosman, right side to Hatch, who just hit a 3. Gets it off now to Mogul. Gunnison will work a spread here with a 6-point lead and a minute 18 remaining in the quarter. Interesting to see if the Templars pull out of the zone or if they're just going to be content to let this wind off. They've got post players with foul problems on the bench. And they may be just happy to try to get this into overplay. 50 seconds remaining. They'll get it off now to Hatch. Look a little bit of the lead. Templars with a little more pressure on. Now Mosman challenged a bit by Jenkins. He'll shade to the center. Come now to Mogul. Just right out on him. And Mogul will now go to Hatch as they run the 3-guard lead. Hatch. Mosman. 28 seconds remaining. At about the 10 or 12 second mark. Which means Mogul just keep it out to the mid-court here. So the second quarter has belonged to the Gunnison Bulldogs. Got the tie early in the quarter. We've had 2 ties and the 1 lead change. 10 seconds remaining now as Gunnison does look to the attack. 16 fouls on Manti, so if they foul, they give up a 1-on-1 chance here. In the corner, 3-point shot, and another one, and the Bulldogs really ringing it up on 3s. That one by Mosman. So they work down to the clock, and they get another 3 and lead it by 9 at halftime, 27-18 over the Manti Templars. We'll take a 3-minute break and be back with our Southern Utah University halftime show.
The Manti Family Dental Clinic is proud to sponsor Manti High School sports on the radio. Dr. Ace and his staff are committed to supporting academic and athletic programs to better prepare our youth for the future.
Hi, this is Dr. Ace. I wish to thank all our dedicated and loyal patients for their support over the years. After all, it is you that makes it possible for us to help sponsor Manti High School's programs and activities. We wish all the athletes good luck this school year. Go Templars!
Happy to sponsor MHS Sports, the Manti Family Dental Clinic.
Basketball season is officially upon us. And once again, the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs are heating up the court. And this year, Gunnison Valley Hospital is pleased to bring the game straight to your radio. Gunnison Valley Hospital has been serving the local community for more than 75 years. Whether you need a routine checkup or are seeking a specialist, Gunnison Valley Hospital can get you the care you deserve right here in Gunnison. Cutting-edge technology, hometown convenience. That's the Gunnison Valley Hospital.
No one plans to break down on one of Utah's lonely highways, but when you're broke down, locked out, or out of gas, and you're stressed out and not really sure what to do, make sure the first thing that you do is call Sorensen Towing and Recovery. Go ahead, put it in your cell phone right now. Call 435-835-1501. If your battery's dead, call Sorensen Towing and Recovery. If you've been in a wreck, make sure that the call goes out to Sorensen Towing and Recovery. That's Sorensen Towing and Recovery, 435-835-1501. It's the only call you need to make, 835-1501.
Lazy D Pond now offers water transfer printing for your guns, and they have hundreds of patterns to choose from. Water transfer printing is more durable than paint and decals and is made to survive in harsh conditions. Bring your guns to Lazy D Pond and pick your pattern, from camo to skulls to just about anything. Lazy D Pond can also print ATVs, motorcycles, and side-by-sides. Water transfer printing now at Lazy D Pond, 420 South Main in Centerfield.
So, wondering where to go after the game? How about Snowcap Lanes in Ephraim? Not only is the bowling great, but the food at Snowcap, one word, incredible! From the amazing line of mouth-watering burgers and sandwiches to the fabulous prime rib on Friday and Saturday nights. Then check Tuesday and Wednesdays as open bowling days. And now's the time to sign up for bowling leagues. There's openings for men, women, and mixed doubles. Hey, it's a great way to meet people and make new friends. The place for fun and food. The Snowcap Lanes on South Main in Ephraim. Think about your best school days, the ones that were exciting and engaging, that made a lasting impression with lessons you can remember clearly. The teachers who created those experiences expected more of you than you may have thought possible. In the face of that challenge, you learned something new. SUU has hundreds of professors who want you to get the most of your college experience. They will motivate you to work and study and learn, and that's a good thing. Explore Southern Utah University, where you will experience more learning.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on
KMTI. Our Southern Utah University halftime show. And at Southern Utah, you get involved in your education and experience more learning. The score at halftime, Gunnison 27, Manti 18. It was the tale of two quarters. Basically, that's the sum total, Rep. Manti first quarter looked smart, and then Gunnison started finding the three-point range.
Yeah, both teams kind of mixed up their defense a little bit. Manti stayed in the 2-3 zone primarily throughout the half, and as you mentioned, in the second quarter, the Gunnison Bulldogs kind of found some holes in that. They started to hit Mason Powell on the high post, which constricted the defense, and then he was able to kick out to some open shooters, and Tyson Mosman hit a couple of threes there. On the other side, Gunnison switched from man-to-man defense and went to a 1-3-1 defense there in about the last 6 minutes of the second period, and that seemed to really take away Manti's inside game, forced him to shoot some perimeter shots, which didn't fall. Jared Sheese got off to a great start, but in the second quarter, the Manti coaching staff chose to give him some rest.
He had the two fouls, and he had picking up that third one.
A little foul trouble, and that kind of hurt their inside game. So, like you say, a tale of two quarters. That's why we play four of them.
And the post players for the Templars inside, three of them in the foul trouble. That's why we didn't see a lot of them. And once Gunnison went to that 1-3-1, it seemed to kind of change that out as far as the Manti just didn't have the inside attack they had early on. Early, Manti did have as much as a 6-point lead at 14-8. They had by 3 at the end of the first period here in our Southern Utah University halftime summary. Gunnison tied it at 16. Manti got a field goal, and then they never scored after that point. That was with 4:40 remaining, so the Templars went about 4.5 minutes without any scoring at all in the second quarter, and then the Bulldogs ran off 11 unanswered points, outscoring Manti in the quarter 14-2, leading it by 9, 27-18 here on our halftime show, presented by Southern Utah University. Back with a look at a few individual statistics in 3 minutes.
Cache Valley Bank, with convenient locations throughout central Utah, is pleased to provide community banking the way it should be, with innovative deposit products to help you manage your financial needs. They are large enough to assist you with all of your borrowing needs, yet small enough to provide local decisions and local control. They offer residential construction loans along with several long-term mortgage financing options. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
An old friend was telling me he's tired of jumping on a piece of equipment just to have something come off in his hand. That won't happen when you have Barclay Mechanical on your repair team. Equipment repair or fabrication? Yep, Barclay Mechanical can do. Metal or mechanical repair or fabrication? Yep, you guessed it. Can do at Barclay Mechanical in Manti. Call Barclay Mechanical 835-5084 or stop by 595 West 100 North in Manti. 835-5084. Oh yeah, go get them, Manti Templars.
Your Ace Hardware store, Rasmussen's Ace Hardware in Gunnison, is there to help when you have a how-to-do-it question for those do-it-yourself projects around the house or office. Ace Hardware has the tools, parts, and equipment to do the job. And you get all of this with a friendly smile and a thank you for your business, and at a very competitive price. So if you're tired of shopping the big box stores where there's no service and rarely a friendly smile, try Ace and Rasmussen's Ace Hardware in Gunnison. As you know, Ace is the place.
Rick Bartholomew here at Risk Managers Insurance in downtown Ephraim. Paying your insurance in these hard economic times is not a pleasant experience. For most, it can be a sacrifice. We at Risk Managers know how you feel and are dedicated to making the burden lighter. We are here to help take care of any insurance problem or question you may have. We represent many top-of-the-line insurance companies. Come in and see us at 110 North Main, or call Mark or Rick at Risk Managers 283-4685.
One high school student stands alone.
Is somebody there?
Conflicted about where to continue their education.
How do you know that?
The toughest decision of their young life.
Somebody help!
Have no fear, Snow College is here. With unique opportunities to students, including a fun atmosphere and quality education, Snow College is the source for all your needs, all for an affordable price.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
125 years of excellence. Visit snow.edu.
How many internet-connected devices are in your home? Computers, smartphones, tablets, iPods, even your game consoles like Xbox and more share the internet and make it seem slow. Centricom high-speed internet with speeds up to 50 megs will help your devices work faster. Call Centricom now to get the speed you need for all your devices at 1-800-427-8449 or visit Centricom.com for more information.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
Here at halftime, it's Gunnison 27, Manti 18. Let's go to Rhett Jackson, take a look at our SUU individual halftime statistics.
Well, first off, for the Manti Templars, Seth Jenkins had a couple of free throws for 2 points. Dane Nordmark also with 2 points. Dane Howe with 4, and then, of course, Jared Shees leading the way with 10. He got off to a great start before foul trouble settled in, and he had to sit most of the second quarter. For Gunnison, Jacob Hatch with 3, Kaz Mogul with 8, Mason Powell with 5, and then Tyson Moosman had 9, along with Joey Carlisle scoring 2. So all 5 of the Gunnison starters were able to get into the scorebook. Both teams shot the free throws very well. Manti didn't miss any. They were 4 for 4. Gunnison was 3 for 4. Not a lot of foul shots going on because both teams played a lot of zone that half, and maybe that's by design by both coaching staffs to keep everybody out of foul trouble.
All righty. So 27-18, we'll come along if you join us late. That JV score. That was Manti 57, Gunnison 35 in that one. Coming up on our post game, our Roy's Pizza and Pasta player of the game for the Templars. Try the personalized calzones and specialty pizzas from Roy's Pasta and Pizza, 81 South Main in Ephraim. Phone 283-4222. And our Gunnison Market player of the game for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Deli always offers freshly sliced deli meats and side dishes. It is a free deli lunch special to the Gunnison Market player of the game. 520 South Main in Gunnison. We will award that on our post-game show as well. Coming up Friday, Gunnison Bulldogs will be at home hosting Summit. That will be a KMXD 100.5 FM broadcast for that. And on Friday, Manti at North Summit. That'll be a KMTI broadcast.
Interesting. Manti's gone right back to a man-to-man defense. They saw too many threes that first half.
And Mogul will blow by it, comes into the lane and up and off, and he's going to get a charge call on that one. So it will be inbounds for the Manti Templars. Gunnison to our right. To our right, Manti to our left here.
It was aggressive dribble penetration by Mogul, but he's got to pull up and hit the jumper because Manti defender was just sitting there waiting on him.
And the angle Alder comes down low to Shees. Backside check up.
Wow.
Somehow he magically rolled that thing in because he was knocked off the block and he still got it in.
He's so big and strong there. Just muscled his way to the basket.
Before you joined me, I mentioned in that the first half, he demonstrated there was a couple of plays there that the football coaches would just be drooling over. the ones that are wanting to sign him. That one when he took a steal and a break and went down the court.
I can't believe he's not signed already, personally.
And the angle, far side. Well, he could be. I don't know what's happened in the last couple of weeks. Drive to the hoop. Nice layup there. Carlisle.
Joey Carlisle using his foot speed on Jared Sheese. Sheese has the strength, Carlisle the speed, and both demonstrated that on 2 possessions.
Pass down in the corner for the Templars in the angle. Allred back down to Howe. Comes on the baseline drive. He's got it for 2. And Sheese kind of set that up because there's Bulldogs are worried about him, and so they kind of slack off on the defense otherwise and gave the baseline drive to Howe. Mogul at the top. It's the man-on-man. Powell has a notion on the 3. Doesn't. Goes to Carlisle. Mogul's wide open. Allred lost track of him. And the rebound taken down by Jenkins, who got inside 2 Gunnison Bulldogs. Nice hustle by Jenkins to get up, get a hand on that, and then he got racked in the face pretty good. So inbounds for the Manti Templars.
I believe that went on Jacob Hatch. That's his second.
Hatch, his second foul of the ball game.
Manti to work up. The basket to our left. 29-22, Gunnison with the lead. Alder at the top to Jenkins. Boy, is Gunnison ever aware where Alder's at? He comes down into the corner, double teamed there. Allred to Jenkins. Set Jenkins for 3 in the angle. Just a little long and pops out. And then on the rebound, they'll try to pass
nice
the
pass.
other end, and to Powell in for 2 on the pass by Mosman.
Wow, that was about a 60-foot bounce pass right on the money, and then we've got a basket and a foul. That foul was on Trevor Alder.
Basket is good.
So at the free throw line is Powell with a chance to convert it into a 3-point play.
Wow, what a nice bounce pass from Mosman.
And they've got it, and it's a 10-point separation at 32-22. And Gunnison with a little bit full court pressure to Howe. That's not the one he wants bringing it across, nor Sheese. They get it to Alder. He had Howe coming backside. Couldn't get it to him, and now he comes in the angle to Allred. Allred into the paint. Turns, comes around off the glass. No good. The rebound. Carlisle. Mogul in the angle. Comes inside. Runs right into Hatch. And Mogul, he's a little dazed by that one. Drive to the hoop. Alder, no good. The rebound taken down by Carlisle.
Fast and furious.
That's one of the best screens that Hatch ever set. Boy, did he plant one on Mogul, his own teammate.
Gunnison wants a timeout.
Yeah, I think they want to take a time here just to get collected. With 5:27 remaining, timeout on the court, back in 30 seconds.
Serving South Central Utah for over 100 years. The Gunnison Valley Bank has seen vast changes in banking over the past century. The bank first opened its doors in 1909 and is now one of Utah's last remaining community banks. The Gunnison Valley Bank continues to serve the banking needs of these rural communities and looks forward to a bright and secure future serving the financial needs of rural Utah. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Your source for high school sports.
Nordmark checks in for the Manti Templars on that front line. He's in for Howe. So it's Allred Jenkins at the guard set. Alder 3 spot. Nordmark and Sheese at the post play. Templars can keep them out of foul trouble. Those two give them some real power inside. It's about 2 most muscular post players you can put out there in 2A basketball. And a screen set on the baseline and a missed shot. Sheese will try to lay it out in front. Tipped into the air. And Alder trying to save it back, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Manti ball. That was batted around by several players.
Lots of good hustle by all the young men involved.
Give it everything he had. Inbounds for the Templars. The guard's got to come out, and that's Jenkins to come get it off from the low screen. 32-22, Gunnison by 10.
Gunnison back into a man-to-man defense here.
Allred down in the corner. They get it to Sheese. Sheese comes down into the paint. Nordmark picks it up. He's got 2. Got the loose ball. Put it back. He was right under the basket. That was a gimme for him. Out top. Here's a deflection, and then ball lost out of bounds. It's getting pretty a lot of contact out there right now. The referees may have to cinch this one up a bit. It's not arm swipes, though, and that arm swiping is the thing that they've been, reaches is what they've been tied on. Gunnison gets the ball back in bounds. And Mogul blows by on the screen, up and under, blocked by Nordmark, gets the loose ball. Goes to Jenkins. Jenkins crosses over to Sheese. Sheese comes inside the paint. Backs away, fade away, shot, little short, then the rebound to Carlisle. Templars, it would have been better to go to a set on offense there.
Yeah.
So 32-24 at the 4:23 mark, third quarter. A lot of screens being set out top by Carlisle. Mogul off of it, tries to give and go, tipped away, and last touch by Gunnison. So she's got a hand in the lane on a pass there and forced a turnover.
I think Kaz Mogul thought it was a pick and pop. Tyson Moosman thought it was a pick and roll.
So Jenkins will work up for the Templars against a zone defense right now. Alder in the angle. He hadn't had much opportunity to do much tonight. Ball kicked loose on the floor. That's a kick call. It'll be back to Manti.
Gunnison really trying to give Manti a lot of different defensive looks there. Gunnison now, like you mentioned, into a 2-3 zone.
So they've used the 1-3-1, the 2-3, the man-on-man. Jenkins, the senior guard. Field general for the Templars. Angle left now to Allred. High post to Sheese. Pump fake. Down to the baseline to drive Alder. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's the way they'll get Alder loose. If you get it to a player one pass away, and then Alder can make some back cuts, then gives him a chance to finally shake loose, because one-on-one Bulldogs are going to cinch him up.
Joy Carlisle's first personal.
Third team foul on the Bulldogs. Alder's free throw is good. Midpoint of the third quarter. Much improved team, this Manti Temple. Did you see him at all early in the season?
No, but you can just see as the scores have progressed how they've improved.
Short on the second free throw. Almost looked tired on that one. I don't blame him. He has played a lot of minutes tonight. Alder had one little brief break was all. And he's a player that works hard all the time, defensively and offensively. He's usually chasing on defense, as he does right there on Mosman. And the man-on-man. Out top, Nordmark defending on Powell. So Hatch, Mogul, with Allred defending on him. Guy that did not play in the Manti program last year. Allred, he's in it this year, his senior year. To Carlisle. Off from the screen. Looked for a screen and go, and nothing in there. Pick and roll didn't work. Allred gets a steal. And the ball loose on the floor, rolls over finally on the tie-up. Alder and...
Should be Manti basketball on the alternating possession.
It is Manti ball. Allred, I guess he thought somebody was going to pick it up for Manti. It was flipped away from him, and they didn't go to get it. So then it resulted in a mad scramble. Jenkins will come to the top to retrieve. Now back to Allred.
Here's the 1-3-1 zone defense now.
Down in the corner to Alder. Alder with a baseline drive and lays it off the glass for 2. He knew where to attack that zone. And went right to work on it and had the nice screen on the baseline.
Yeah, if you're going to close out baseline, then someone better be fronting the post. Otherwise, it ends up getting 2 people screened, and that's exactly what happened.
Back cut, Carlisle off the glass. He's got 2.
Actually, that went back cut to Tyson Mosman.
Mosman, yeah. 34-27. Manti had it to within 5 momentarily. Now back to a 7-point spread. Jenkins at the top. Allred, far angle as they just in the pass situation right now. Get it in the post to Sheese. Out to Jenkins. Jenkins dumps now to Sheese. Sheese turns around off the glass too hard. Nordmark to put back in for 2. Nordmark does a good follow on the missed shot and puts it back. He's got 2 offensive rebounds that have resulted in points for the Templars. Nordmark only played about half of the games this season because of that shoulder injury. Carlisle in the paint, turns around, and double team. He'll dump it out to Powell. Powell on line from the angle, and he's got it for 3.
Well, that's great inside out. They dropped it to the post. Carlisle determined to get a double team, then he kicked back out.
Alder in the angle, back out top, Jenkins. Allred in the corner. Alder dumps it low to Sheese. Sheese drives, comes into the right-hand side, puts up the shot off the glass. Power move for 2 more. At Nordmark it wasn't really a screen, it was just kind of a roadblock that Nordmark had set up. It clogged things up so the Chiefs could come down right-hand side. Mogul on the drive. He dumps out now. Mosman. Mosman right side. Powell outside to Hatch. And Hatch. Carlisle. Carlisle into the paint on the run. And misses the shot and the rebound. Sheese to Allred. He's 1-on-3. He'll try to come down the middle. Goes through and it rolls off and no good. The rebound Nordmark and he's fouled. So at 1:15 remaining, Nordmark has been an asset on the offensive boards in this quarter.
Yeah, he has several offensive rebounds and 4 points to go with, like you say, those rebounds. And now he's at the free throw line with some more opportunities to score.
37-31, 6-point lead for Gunnison at 1:15 here in the third quarter of play. Nordmark free throw, no good.
That was Kaz Mogel's second personal. What a timeout.
Substitutions and timeout. Manti with a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Zions Bank wishes the Manti High School Templars a winning season this year. And as community bankers, employees at Zions Bank's 2 convenient locations in Manti and Ephraim share your common values. Commitment to family, hard work, and an appreciation for our pioneering heritage. They offer friendly personal banking services, a variety of products to meet your everyday needs, and local decision making. Discover why at Zions Bank we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Okay, we're talking with Kim Pickett at GIC in Gunnison. And Kim, you're known as the Everything Store. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, Doug, you know, a lot of people come in and they say, boy, you guys have a lot of stuff. And when you think about it, we do. We have stuff for the farmer. We have stuff for the gardener. We have stuff for anybody dealing with automotive with the Napa Auto Parts. We have hardware items. We have paint. We have gasoline. We have goodies. We have tires. We have service. A lot of stuff.
Stop by Gunnison Implemented Gunnison for lots of stuff.
Live high school sports action on KMTI.
37-31 as we pick up play with 1:15 remaining in the third quarter. Bulldogs came in, 9-point lead into the quarter. And a 6-point lead now as Nordmark goes to the second, to the free throw line for his second opportunity. Law, a sophomore in the ball game for the Manti Templars at the guard spot. They'll rotate some of those guards, so they just really expend a lot of energy. Nordmark misses the second free throw. So it's still 37-31. Offensively, the attack now from Mogul. Manti and the man-on-man. Off the screen outside by Christensen. I don't know what play that one was. Christensen's able to save it to Mosman. Mosman defended by Alder. Reverse it. Now he comes out to Hatch. They're bunched up over there. Hatch says, we need to spread this out, and they do. They get Mogul to back it up and reset. And they may work the clock here now. Mogul to drive down the alley. Goes in and fakes the pass and then goes for the layup.
He kind of deked the Nordmark there, thinking that he might kick to the corner. He froze him and then went right to the rim. Nice play by Kaz Mogul.
So again, an 8-point lead. Into Sheets in the post. He's got the seam, goes up. And then the tie-up, and it's Nordmark and Hatch. Alternating possession is Gunnison's, I think, now. Sheets had the ball a little low and trying to get into the shot motion. Sheets has gotten through the quarter without picking up that third foul. 28 seconds remaining. I don't know if I was Manti, but I would sub for him right here defensively just for...
Yeah, get him a break.
Get him a break, because he needs a break. He needs a rest break, too, and you get him a rest, and he wouldn't pick up a third foul. Mosman outside. Back cut to Hatch. Hatch down in the corner. Carlisle back out to Mogul. They'll attack now to try to make the score. Allred on Mogul. And charging call, they're going to call Mogul. I know they're trying to get more emphasis, but we've also seen probably a little more inconsistency in that this season. And it's a hard thing to start getting consistent on. Lott works it across on the Templars. Comes inside to Sheets. Sheets goes up, puts the shot up. No good at the end of the quarter. So 39-31. It's Gunnison by 8 at the end of 3 periods. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in 1 minute.
Providing full title service in the area for over 60 years now. D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield has been serving the area since 1946. Merrill Ogden and his qualified staff can handle all document preparation, title searches, and title insurance. When your financial transactions require title work, request D-Land Title of Manti or Richfield. With over 60 years of service, call or visit D-Land Title for a no-obligation consultation on your title work. That's D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield.
Gunnison Market, your hometown grocer in Gunnison, appreciates your business and invite you in to discover for yourself why people drive all over just to shop at Gunnison Market. You'll find outstanding savings in every department: meat, produce, bakery, deli, video, fabric, and floral departments. And stop by for the deli's delicious Chester fried chicken for lunch or dinner and Carol's Country Bakery frozen scone dough. Remember, for good old-fashioned friendly service, it's well worth the drive to Gunnison Market, 520 South Main Street in Gunnison.
This is Central Utah's sports leader.
We begin the fourth quarter, 39-31. It is an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs. Manti outscored them by a point in the quarter. Coming up on our post game, our Gunnison Market player of the game. Deli offering freshly sliced deli meats and side dishes. And also for the Manti Templars, our Roy's Pizza and Pasta player of the game. And they've got the family pasta meal deal for just $25 at Roy's Pizza and Pasta. That'll be on our Sunrise Engineering post-game show after tonight's contest. Inbounds for the Templars. Lott will be in at the guard spot, along with Jenkins, who's back in. He had a pretty good first. Probably can go a lot of this quarter now.
I was just going to say these first 2 minutes are very important for the Manti Templars. If Gunnison wins these first 2 minutes, then this balloons to a double-digit lead.
Jenkins comes on the high post to Sheets, looks for the baseline cutter. There was nobody there. He'll have to dumb down to Nordmark. Nordmark in the paint. Hook shot up, a wild shot, and the rebound down. He'd have been better kicking that one out. It's well defended, and it goes down to the Gunnison Bulldogs. Mogul will work it out. When it went to the high post to Sheets, all the rest of the offense kind of froze for the Templars. If they'd made some backups, they'd have probably had some opportunities because he was looking to make a pass. Foul with it outside to Hatch. Hatch. Bobble the ball momentarily, gets it back, gathers it, goes now to Carlisle. Mogul out in the far angle, defended by Lott. Blows by him, comes into the paint, dips it out right-hand side. Mogul from the angle right, and this on a three-pointer.
It's a good ball movement, and Tyson Moosman drains a big three. A dagger three to begin the fourth period.
It's an 11-point lead here with 7:02 remaining in the fourth period, back in 1 minute.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on
KMTI. 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. And Hatch, who's been in Alder's hip pocket all night, is not going to give that up right now. That's the main concern of the Bulldogs. Don't let Alder start getting it going. Here's Lott in the far angle. Comes into the paint. Dumps down low to Nordmark. Nordmark bank shot off the glass for two. Manti gets it to within 9. So very briefly, a two-digit lead for the Bulldogs. Lott, sophomore, picking up Mogul. Powell at the high post. Almost surprised he didn't turn and go that time. They'll switch off and reach in by Nordmark. That will be the second team foul on the Templars. So back in bounds for Gunnison Bulldogs.
That's Dane Nordmark's third personal.
He's got 3. She still has 2. He got those in the first half. And Howell does not have many minutes in the second half. Howell rotates off, jumps backside, and into the paint. Shot is up by Carlisle. No good. The rebound. She's can get in the air, too. You don't think you can't. You see him jump once in a while, but she's can flat get up in the air. Jenkins, Alder down in the low block to Nordmark. Hook shot in the paint. A little long in the rebound. Taken down by Powell. So he had the good look.
Yes, he did. Both teams got it to their post players, and they both had good looks.
Mogul defended by Lott. Might see some of Wright, another sophomore for the Templars. One recent game, they had 4 sophomores on the floor at one time on occasion. 42-33 at the 5:50 mark here in the ballgame. Ben Hill barking instructions. Mogul off the screen. Comes down to the angle, puts up the shot, and hits it on it. That'll be a 2-pointer.
It's a nice ball screen there set by Jacob Hatch, and Paz pulled up and hit the first net with it.
Alder. Off the glass, he got to Gunnison was not protecting baseline there.
Looked like they weren't sure what defense they were in, and they certainly gave up a chippy there.
Mogul off the screen, comes down, up, under, move. He's got it off the glass for 2.
Kaz Mogul getting hot.
And Templars to bring it back in bounds. They'll get a substitution in here. Lott will check out. All red to come in on the defense on Mogul. So it's across now to Alder. Got it. Yeah, they count on him that time. One of his things, and that's why Hatch has been playing so tight. And there's a moving screen set by Hatch because Alder is one of the best at a pull-up jumper around.
Moving screen there by Jacob Hatch. You can't go football mode. You got to have your feet set. Trying to set a ball screen there for Kaz Mogul.
So inbounds, Gunnison by 9, Manti with the ball. Just inside the 5. Angle left to Alder. Moves the ball, gets it back out to Alder. 3-point shot. He hits it.
So back-to-back shots for Trevor Alder.
6-point ball game.
5 points for Trevor in the fourth period.
Mogul. Mosman, he stutter step, got away with a walk down in the corner. Mogul, 3-point shot, try to answer, no good. The rebound taken by Alder. Alder going to accelerate, left-hand side, up under, and they're going to give it to Manti inbounds.
Yeah, the touch, I think Mason Powell got a piece of it.
I thought it just touched the bottom of the backboard. I guess he did, and that heavy action comes up. So inbounds Manti underneath their own basket. Powell salvaged the layup by Alder. They lob it in. Nordmark, put it down. Nice pass by Jenkins.
Little 7-0 run here for the Templars to climb back in it.
46-42 at the 4:17 mark. Alder defending. Outside, back cut. Mosman into the paint. Dumps down in the corner. Carlisle back out to Mogul. And Gunnison in a spread offense right now. They try to spread and isolate Mosman and Mogul, or free up somebody down inside. Mosman to Powell. Powell has to kick it back outside to Hatch. Down in the corner, Powell. They turn it over. I guess they kind of talked to Hatch, but I think Powell should have been ready for a pass back there. You got to be ready for that to come right back at you. We weren't necessarily in a reverse mode on the offense. Alder in the angle against the zone defense, the 2-3 zone. The Bulldogs. Alder flashes corner. High post. Sheese puts it up off the glass, no good. And the rebound to Hatch. He'll outlet. And up the floor will be Mosman. Mosman works left. Timeout on the court. With 3.5 minutes remaining. 46-42. Gunnison by 4, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Colder temperatures outside means insects are looking for someplace warm to live, like your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge from freezing conditions outside in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, or anywhere else in the house. To protect your home or business, call Ecolife for a professional pest control barrier. Ecolife can apply a smell-free, safe for the environment product that they guarantee will make you bug-free. Call Ecolife at 283-6002.
It's a January New Year's celebration at Freedom Ford in Gunnison. There are over 100 used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs on the lot with new vehicles arriving every week. This is the best month to buy that previously owned vehicle, and the prices are unbeatable and unbelievable with easy financing available. Good credit, bad credit, no problem at Freedom Ford. Check their website at www.freedom-ford.com.
Your connection for high school sports.
Our post-game show will be coming up, presented by Sunrise Engineering, making the things you do every day better every day. Sharing Wednesday night lights with you on this one. We're back on the court here with a 46-42 score, 3:30 remaining in the ball game. Gunnison, which has led since early in the second quarter, with a 4-point lead on the ball.
Manti on a 7-0 run. It was 46-35, and Manti's now dropped 7 in a row.
Defended by Jenkins, carried the ball, no call. Get it to Mogul, or make that Mogul, and then goes to the right side to Carlisle. And then back to Kaz in the corner. Comes off the mat, comes down the lane. Alred right in at the ball. Alder picks it up, then it's picked up by Nordmark. And boy, we've got action all over the place, and Nordmark will get a foul call for a reach in. That was probably the last of what could have been 4 or 5 fouls.
Well, Bob Cromanhook and company are letting them play tonight.
So Nordmark picks up his 4th.
His 4th foul, so you'll probably have to sub him out for at least a minute, maybe a minute and a half.
So King will check in. Nordmark out. Inbounds for the Gunnison Bulldogs. 16 foul on Gunnison, 13 fouls on Manti. Allred slides off the screen outside with Mogul. Allred will be chasing on him defensively. Looks for back cuts. Off the screens. Mogul defended by Allred. Comes into the paint. Dribbles it right back out again. Corner, lose the ball near midcourt. Ball loose on the floor. Backcourt violation. Turnover on Gunnison. It'll be Manti inbounds. Allred had enough presence of mind defensively to tighten it up right there when he saw Mogul was...
Yep, kept extending the defense out.
In the court. Angle left to Alder. Alder. Top Jenkins. Three-point shot. Rims off front rim for the basket. The rebound down to Gunnison at 2:24 remaining. Gunnison with a lead of 4. Out top, Mogul. Reach in on King.
Well, Manti's going to have to at least consider, being a little more, taking some chances defensively with the reach because they need to get into the bonus anyway.
Yeah, they do. So it's not costing them anything at this point.
And if Bob Cromanhook doesn't blow that whistle, that's a fast break the other way. So it was a good gamble.
Yep. 2:16 remaining. 4-point Gunnison leading with the ball. And a man-on-man defense. Mogul drives, hangs in the air, puts up the shot, no good. And the rebound, fought for. It's going to be Manti ball. I don't know that Mogul really made the right judgment right there. Probably would have been better to back it out a little bit because he was trying to make a layup on something that was about 8 feet away.
And it was contested.
Yeah. Alder Neal, once foul, no to North. He's got it, he's fouled. Nice pass to Alder. Alder saying, if you're going to come out and defend me that way, I'm going to get it to the post. He's had a couple of real good assists in the second half.
It's now a 9-0 run for the Templars.
Nordmark at the free throw line. As I mentioned, he's had some injuries and missed some games. So his game conditioning, and you can see he's really huffing and puffing right now. And his free throw is going to be too long, and the rebound, Mason Powell.
Big, strong rebound blocks out Jared Sheese, which is no easy task.
So Gunnison by 2 with 1:52 remaining. And a whistle with the foul outside. That will be
another reach-in foul there.
Oh, they're not in the 1-on-1 yet. Referee saying 1-on-1, not yet. Nordmark comes in. Now to be inbound. And King comes out. One referee thinking 1-on-1. Someone said, no, it's not. It's inbounds with that 15 foul. Mosman to trigger. Mogul scrapes loose. As Allred tried to loop around on the defense instead of cut backside. Mogul sees the seam and he'll go to Mosman now. Mosman, Templars almost trying to bait him. Oh, Mason Powell double stepped across the way. Holds it up at the top of the key. Now to Hatch. Hatch gets back on the slip up and then gets it back with Jenkins depending on him. And the ball tipped by Jenkins. Loose on the floor. And they've got a foul on Seth Jenkins. That was either a real late whistle or, I don't know. The foul should have been way earlier if they were going to call one on him.
Still not a bad foul because then it allows Manti. The next foul gets Gunnison into the bonus and extends the game. 30-second timeout.
Timeout for 30 seconds, back in a half minute.
You know they have fabulous pizza, but did you know that Roy's Pizza and Pasta in Ephraim also has Italian sub sandwiches and personalized calzones? They have a family pasta deal for just $25 and of course their famous cheese bread and breadsticks, not to mention ice cream and a candy bar. You can imprint a smile on your child for even $1 with a bag of hand-picked candy. Have you visited Roy's Pizza and Pasta lately? The door's open on Main Street in Ephraim. Go ahead, go on in.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
46-44, we got a barn burner going on here with the Gunnison Bulldogs and the Manti Templars. Scrappy game tonight. Referee explained what he called Jenkins on was a forearm push when they were down on the floor. So that's why
Now here's where it'd be interesting strategy here. If you're Manti, do you foul immediately and try to extend the game now, or do you try to play some defense and create a turnover only being down by 1 possession?
Well, right here, it's Hatch with it, trying to make the handoff to Mogul, and it's off from Mogul, and it'll be Manti ball. And I'm right in front here, and I think that's correct. I think it did come off Mogul's chest.
My question is, if the ball is tipped out of his control, even though it bounces off his chest, I guess the rule is that last touch into backcourt. So Manti with a chance to tie.
Jenkins in backcourt with it.
So they didn't need to commit that foul then.
Jenkins pulls it up, goes to Nordmark in the paint, dumps down low to Sheath. He's got a hammer dunk for 2. And Manti ties the game with 1:06 remaining. Nice pass from Nordmark to Sheath. So a tie game at 46 and under a minute remaining. Mogul off the screen, picks up, comes into the paint, dumps down low. Carlisle smart enough to get it out. 3-point shot.
Oh my goodness! An icy dagger by Jacob Hatch.
So Hatch for a 3. And it's Manti with the ball down by 3 with 42 seconds remaining.
Oh, man.
All red. The Templars.
The teams are really putting it on the floor now, folks.
The Templars don't have many of their 3-point shooters out there. All red backs away. Down low to Sheath. Sheath has it taken away by the Bulldogs. He didn't expect that pass, really. And a foul committed by Sheath. That'll be his 3rd on Mogul. I'm not sure that's the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
I think at this point in time, it's a 1-and-1. They're high school kids. There's lots of electricity in the air. I think you foul. Get the clock stop. But wow, Jacob Hatch.
He's not your customary guy to put that one up. You're usually thinking of Mogul and Mosman in that scenario.
Which is why it was open, but you've got to like the heart of Jacob Hatch with an icy one.
So timeout on the floor by Manti. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hermanson's Mill in Gunnison has winter livestock supplies, including a full line of tub licks for your cattle, and also Crystal Licks, Caramel Licks, and now Smart Licks. Hermanson's Mill also carries salt blocks and protein blocks for your horses, sheep, and cattle. And if you're tired of breaking ice every day for your animals, check this. Hermanson's has heated electric bases for poultry waterers, floating and sinking tank de-icers, and heat lamps, plus heated pet bowls for the dog or cat. And now is the time to take advantage of their winter sale on Baylor twine and phosphate fertilizer. That's Hermanson's Mill, 204 South, 100 East in Gunnison.
How's your new HD TV? Well, it's not as good as at the store. The guy said I just had to plug it in and I would have awesome HD quality.
You have HD channels?
I don't know. I thought I just needed an HD TV.
Don't worry. Manti Telco has an HD package for $9.95 a month.
Seriously? Sweet.
And if you bring in your TV receipt dated between November 1st and December 31st, you can get it free for a month. Call them at 835-2929.
HD from MTCC. Get it, watch it, love it. Not available in all areas. Some restrictions apply.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader.
Kaz Mogul will go to the free throw line here for the Bulldogs with 26 seconds remaining.
I mean, what a series of events. There's Jared Sheath, 250, 260, elevating for a two-hand dunk. And then Jacob Hatch with an icy sharp object from 3. Wow.
Free throw good by Mogul.
That's a really big front end because now it's a 2-possession game.
Right. On the 1-on-1. Both teams in the 1-on-1, not anywhere close to a double bonus. The second free throw, also good. 51-46. Manti's got to get some points early. Allred into the paint, dumps it down low to Nordmark. Nordmark, he's got 2 the easy way. Allred. That makes it a 3-point game with 16 seconds remaining. Manti will use their last timeout. It's a 30-second break. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Visit the new copy station at 558 South Main in Gunnison for a variety of services, including color copies, scrapbooking supplies, photo prints, wire binding, 27-inch lamination, blueprint copies, vinyl lettering, booklet making, and they have Kodak picture makers as well as Pebbles albums and page kits. Visit the copy station at 558 South Main in Gunnison, open weekdays 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. And for sound advice on insurance choices, call Donaldson Insurance in Gunnison. Toll free, 800-978-2121.
Your home for high school sports.
16 seconds remaining in this Granby Triple Derby. We've got Temple 148. The Gunnison Bulldogs, they'll have the ball inbounds. Well, what's the money's worth tonight?
Oh, yes. Gunnison doing it with these 5 seniors. Drake Reynolds out with a knee injury, so got to hand it to these 5 kids, or they've got to be tired.
I guess we could say Drake's got the knee nemesis, don't we?
Yeah.
Inbounds in backcourt, and they foul Mogul again. Now remember, they're up by 3, so anything that he hits here is kind of a bonus on this at the other end.
It's a good quick foul. Make Gunnison make free throws. He's got to have at least one of these to make it a 2-possession game.
You know, I'd hope a game like this helps these teams elevate themselves to a level closer to South Summit when they take them the second go-round. It's good to have these competitive games trying to push your level up a bit.
Now, Kaz Mogul 3 for 3 in that front end. Another huge free throw to make it a 2-possession game.
I'm going to back off just a bit here now with 14 seconds remaining. We're more worried about defense, and Mogul hits that one. At his usual stalwart game tonight. Allred comes across for the Templars, looking to get it to Alder. Alder, a 3-point shot, a little long. The rebound, Nordmark. Dump out to Allred. Allred, 3-pointer, got it! The Templars don't have any timeouts left, and that's the ball game. Well, Allred made it interesting, but the Templars didn't have any way to stop the clock. And the final score, 53-51. Gunnison Bulldogs defeat the Manti Templars. Our Sunrise Engineering post-game show coming up here in 3 minutes.
Don't take the risk of inadequate car service. For the very best in maintenance and repairs, take your vehicle to Big G Automotive in Manti. For everything from general service and care, heating and cooling service, and even transmission problems, the best place is Big G Automotive. They also have fast, reliable towing service for when you're in a jam. And don't forget that Big G Automotive is your local dealer for coast-to-coast carports.